Morning everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. 31st of March, lovely sunny morning. I've got up early to try and get some seed sowing done. Try and get these cucumber seeds done because, well, this is quite frankly the latest I've ever sown cucumber seeds. There's that fear that it's never going to happen. So let's turn the camera around and see what I'm growing. So I always grow the cucumber plants in the greenhouse rather than outside like you used to, and my intention was to cut the numbers down. Obviously we know how that normally pans out. So this year I've got Marketmore, Louisa, Telepathy, Burpless Tasty Green, Honey Plus, which is a white variety. So they're all varieties I grew last year. The Diva, also grew that last year. And then I've added in these Cornichons, obviously, Saturn, Marketmore, which essentially will replace Marketeer at some point, and Passandra. And then I've got Japanese cucumber seeds, which again I had one plant of last year but got plenty more of. So I've gone from wanting to cut down or stick to 7 or 8 varieties to now I think it's 11. Don't know how that happens, but it does. So yeah, that's where we're at this season. Now these ones are going into these larger cell trays compared to the normal 20 cells that I use for a lot of things, but the 12s is the same size that I use as my chili peppers, because it means that you can get a nice established plant without then having to pot on quite so quickly. So let's get the camera set up and do some seed sowing. Right, so we've got all the labels written out, just saves a bit of to and froing. First up is La Diva, so this is one from last year. Nice compact variety, small fruits, so sort of your lunchbox fruits if you like. Good flavour, and my intention is, well, having ended up with all these different types, I'm going to wind down to ones that I actually like. So again, as I do with other things, I multi-sow, and especially with that packet there where it's an older seed, I'm just going to essentially use up the seeds because they won't store. Well, actually I might just give some away. I'll give 3 away, but yeah, they don't really keep for a long time, so normally 2 seasons is the most I keep them for. So I've set them out onto the surface as shown, and then all I do is I just push them down. Oh, try to, because they do stick to your finger when the compost is damp. So we'll do the first one like that, and you can use compost over the top or vermiculite. I do tend to use compost on these because they are a larger seed, and also because otherwise you find with the cucumbers they almost pull themselves out of the surface as they're growing. So by adding that bit of compost to the top, that's going to allow them to bite in. So first one done, it's just a case of repeat the process and crack out all the varieties. See you soon. So that's the first tray done, 4 varieties. Now because these cells, or the cell tray, has been watered, so I water the cell tray, leave it stand for half an hour, and then you get the excess water comes out. So you know that compost is nicely watered, but we're covering with compost that is potentially a lot drier. So what happens if you put dry compost straight onto the surface is it's actually going to pull the moisture out of that surface of your pre-wetted compost, and that's also going to pull moisture from around the seed. So what I do is I then just spray over this surface compost, and that's going to ensure that every part of compost that is in contact with that seed is on the moist side, and it's really going to allow for good even germination. And that's one of my top tips there. So that's the first tray done. On to the next. So here we are, update time on the cucumbers, 18th of April. And these cucumbers have been out of the heated propagator unit for about 7 days, 8 days. So we got here Passandra on the end, Cornichon, Louisa. The old seed of the Burpless Tasty hasn't germinated, so no big loss, but no real surprise either. Diva is doing well, other than the one that's been eaten by a slug. Marketmore, Telepathy, Honey Plus, Marketmore, Saturn, and Japanese, and that's what they look like. So as I say, we're 18 days on from initial seed sowing. They're just at the stage where we're starting to produce first true pair of leaves. Once they're out into a first pair, then I'll pot them on. 28th of April, so just under 1 month since seed sowing, and I'm now getting to the potting stage. So just get these cells out, and you can see that most of them have been multi-sown and have multiple plants to choose from. Let's just get a shot of that. And I'm going from these large cell plugs straight into a 13cm pot, or 1 litre, and as is always the way, it means that having multiple plants, and each one gives you the option to pick which one you want. So go with the strongest, carefully remove the other one, or if it's too close then just pinch it out, snip it out. Pop about 1 inch of compost into the bottom, manoeuvre the plant so it's sitting in the middle. It's going to be buried deeper, and that will ensure that the plant roots further up the stem. I'll try and find one that shows you what I mean. So this variety is the last one to do. It's Diva, and actually the piece that I pulled off is a good example. So you can see there the little nodules. Now when they're planted deeper, that will produce root from those nodules or nodes and give you a much better plant. So got this one here, which is singular in the cell, slightly offset, so we'll again just maneuver it so it's more to the center of the pot. And by moving it to the center of the pot, just going to again allow you to form a better root zone. It will form more evenly within that pot space rather than being offset as it was. And here you can see we got 3, so remove the smallest. This one is the weaker of the 2, but it's in close proximity to the other, so rather than pull them sideways apart that damage the root zone, twist it and that snaps the root, and that leaves you one good plant then. And the other plants I'm just discarding because I only ever wanted 3 of each anyway, and I'm not that caught up in trying to preserve every plant. So just firm around, top up if you need to, and that is the final cucumber potted. Let me just grab the camera. So there you can see, got 10 varieties there. Started with 11 varieties, but one of them, which was Marketmore, which was the oldest seed, failed to germinate. So I've got 10 varieties. Generally speaking, 3s of everything except for Louisa at the end, or second from end. So that will conclude for planting troughs as and when I get to that stage. But yeah, for the time being, I've got essentially another 2 weeks, I think, of them being in this size pot, growing time, before I think about doing their final pot. So I've been a bit busy. Greenhouse emptied, troughs filled up, and I've planted up most of the cucumbers and strung them up also. So I've got this last trough to do. Still got plenty of plants, which some are going to go over to the allotment, but I thought I'd just do some planting and show you how I do the stringing up on these ones. Right, so the compost is relatively moist, and there isn't really an easy way to do this. I've tried in the past, filling the containers halfway up, putting the plants in, then backfilling, and it's not any easier than doing it this way. So you can see the roots out the base of these. So these are the Japanese cucumbers. These are the last ones that are going to be planted. Trouble is, you do need to hold the stem and do the knock, because the stems are still surprisingly fragile. So support the stem, get it planted back, and lightly firm around, just trying to get those pockets of air out from around the pot. Actually, I'll just show you on this one, it's going to be easier. And then use the jute twine. And again, I've tried so many different ways of doing this. I tried burying it under the plant, which works really well, but the jute ends up rotting. So now I've used baler's twine, but then that doesn't rot and you end up with all plastic to get rid of. So this is the jute. We're just doing it around the bottom seedling leaves. Loosely go around, and then so the string goes up through the hole you've just created, and you make a little loop, and then you gradually pull it tight, so you're creating this sort of little hitch, which will undo if you need to quite easily. Let's try and show you. So that little bow there, so it's creating a little hitch, and then we'll take the rest of the string and go all the way up with it, up to the roof bar. So now the straining wire's in, and it's all about careful handling with these. You need to wind the cucumber plant around the string like so, and that's all you'll need to do. And then as the plant starts growing, it produces tendrils from the leaf joints, and that will pull itself up. So all planted out in so far as that's all the ones for the greenhouse, and the other few, as I say, going to go up to the allotment. Watch this space, see how the fruits develop. So here we are, 14th of June, final part of the video update, if you like, on the cucumbers. You can see that there's plenty of wayward stems, really simple to tie in, to be honest. That's what I do. Just wind them in, using the leaf joints to help anchor them. once they're in place, the tendrils will kind of do their own thing. So we'll just pop it behind that leaf joint, like so. Make sure you keep winding in the same direction, otherwise it'll just untangle. Job done. And got loads of flowers forming, loads of juvenile fruits. And that one at the back, this variety at the back is Passandra. I always find it's one of the first to produce fruit, and it produces those nice lunchbox sizing. Still about 5 inches, but yeah, really good sizing. But when you got 27 plants, you should get absolutely stacks of crops out of there. And that concludes my video on how to grow cucumber plants from seed through to cropping stage. Obviously they got some way to go before they get to the top of these strings and are producing an abundance of fruits, but nevertheless we're there. So if you've got any questions, then please send the questions to me. I'll always do my very best to help you guys out. If you like the video, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos I'm doing. And above all else, just have fun, enjoy yourselves, and perhaps try, well, a different variety or two. Maybe not 11 though. So till next time, bye for now.